Hi, it's Peacock O'Clock time. This is video 4 of being a living kidney donor. So this video is about recovery. And I tried to make kind of an outline so it wasn't all over the place. So I ended kind of like being wheeled into the room, if I remember it. So I'm hooked up to so much catheter, IV fluids, and pain meds and compression leg things. The thing on my finger, a tight thing around my stomach, and I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy. But everybody is coming into the room telling me things to do, how am I feeling, this and this and this, and I was like, whoa, can you just let me sleep first? Like, give me the drugs that I need, and then let me sleep first. My mom was in the room with me, so if I remember right, so she helped me remember a few things, and then you're welcome to ask questions. I'm trying to make this video as honest as possible, but I also don't want to be like too over the top on anything, because everybody will experience it differently. Let's see, so I was super dehydrated. They had to take blood from me like every day or twice a day or something, and I was so dehydrated once that she couldn't get blood. I was just so dehydrated. So, because they told me I couldn't even drink a whole lot, but then I had to because I was too dehydrated to give blood. So it's kind of a weird thing, but they wanted to make sure you didn't get sick. That was kind of the whole point. They didn't want you to drink too much or eat too much to get sick, because your body is kind of in shock, your body system. Let's see. But as I sipped more water, I got better. And I wasn't nauseous. I was really worried I would be because everybody tells you you're probably going to be, and I wasn't. It was just a lucky few that was totally fine. They also told you the second or third day would be like a really bad day. I never had a really bad day, like with pain. I was totally fine. So, I wasn't like happy-go-lucky every second and feeling great. I had surgery, but I wasn't sick or nauseous, and I was never in so much pain that I couldn't bear it, and it was a really bad day. So I'm very thankful for that. Let's see. They gave me, I was sore though. They did give me this breather thing I had to like help do every hour I was awake. And breathe, well, suck in every 10 times every hour I was awake to help not get pneumonia and to kind of have my body figure out the extra space it has. I would love to see how big my kidney is now to compensate for the losing one. Which I don't know. Well, no, they probably won't do a scan or anything, so I don't think I'll know for a while. Wednesday, oh, that's the same day. So the same day later, I walked once with a physical therapist, and that was a little rough, very slow shuffle. I did it, though, and I don't think I got up again that day, because that was a lot of work. Especially getting out of bed. That was probably the hardest, getting out of bed or in bed. Then when you're up, it's not terrible, but at first it's a little rough. But they like you to walk about 3 to 4 times a day, not counting just getting up to the bathroom. So I tried to do that after that day. He also had me do just things like, can I reach my hands like this? Can I do this? Can I put my leg over like this so I can put clothes on? And I could do all the things he asked, and so he didn't worry about coming back the next days. Let's see, and then Thursday, I walked a few laps, was given broth and Ensure Clear to drink. Still a bit sleepy on and off. I got rid of the leg compressions, the catheter and medicine button and finger clip thing. I got a lot of swag bags. I burped a lot, but I still needed to release gas from below. That's a pretty big thing when you have a surgery. So that's why I'm talking about it, or normally I would not. So they like you to walk as much as possible, partly to get your body functioning and moving quicker. I got shots in my belly occasionally too. I can't fully remember why, but later I had, it didn't hurt too bad. Later I had little bruise pokes all over my belly from the places that they poked. You also had to keep track of your pee. Once you didn't have the catheter anymore, they liked to know your numbers. Coughing hurt. They say if you press a pillow into your tummy, it makes it not hurt as much. I just tried not to cough, even though there was a time that I kind of needed to. And they recommend you coughing when you need to, so you don't get pneumonia and things like that. Friday, I could go home, but I chose to wait till the next morning because I really liked the hospital bed because it helped me sleep better because I could tilt it how I wanted and to get out of bed and in bed easier. There were just little things like that I wanted. I wish I could take home with me. Feeling more sore but walking good. It's funny I don't remember some of these things, so I'm glad I took notes. I'm walking more to try to get gas flowing still. So far, pressure, I don't remember it hurting too bad, but I felt like I got medicine for that pressure more than surgery pain. But that medicine doesn't really help that kind of pressure pain, or I didn't think it did. They give you stool softeners and stuff though to kind of help your system kind of get back into everything. I eventually got a bigger liquid diet and I got my IV taken off. And I'm pretty sure later that day or Saturday morning I got rid of some gas, which was nice. Not that I felt like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better, but it does kind of take some of the pressure off. And I'm pretty sure that I also got food later that day, so finally. Liquid only does so much and kind of makes you sleepy too because you're just so hungry. So Saturday morning I went home and the first thing I got was a Frosty chocolate from Wendy's and French fries. And it was so good. It sounds really good right now. It was so good. And those aren't normal things that I decide to want. It was worth it. Okay. Sleeping comfortable is rough and then I was on meds for the week and then I was off of them. I was on Tylenol every so often, but I really didn't need medicine much, so that was shocking to me with having major surgery, but really nice. Let's see. I was sleepy on and off the first week. Laughing hurt, and I was with my family, and they make me laugh a lot. So that hurt. Thankfully, I didn't sneeze until I think it was the second week, and it didn't hurt as bad. But I was like, that would have really hurt the first week. So I didn't sneeze for like a week, and that was such a blessing. Week 2 was probably my roughest week. I was was very sore all of a sudden. I couldn't sleep well because of that. I couldn't sleep on my side really well. I couldn't, I wanted to be propped up, but I also wanted to lay down. I normally sleep on my stomach, so I can't really. And when I sleep on my side, I'll like flip over quick to my other side if I need to flip. So I would have to hold my stomach. And now, as of 8 weeks, that's why I waited to do this video, so it was the full recovery. I don't have to hold my stomach anymore. So it took a full 8 weeks for that. Let's see. So week 2, super sore, wasn't sleeping well. I stopped the breathing thing that I needed to do. I didn't do it every hour I was awake though, that last week. Started walking faster and better, but that week was an emotional roller coaster. It was rough because between not sleeping well, being sore, my little family, my husband and kids, went to visit his family. I wasn't in my own home. My kidney wasn't working for my friend. It was sleeping. And so then you just start doubting doing the surgery because it's not even working. So that's rough. That was a really rough week. So I think for me, emotionally, this surgery was hard. More than I expected it would be. But I made it through. I'm doing very well. I started driving around week 2 also. I think they suggest a little bit later, but I was fine. And I wasn't on meds, so I drove. Just to get out and be an adult. Week 3-ish, if I'm right, we drove from Utah to Oregon. We took 2 days. It wasn't bad. I could have gone longer, but they suggest you to walk a lot, also not to get blood clots. That helps walking. So we made sure we stopped every so many hours to walk around or do things like that. But other than that, I would hunch over, and I tried not to do that. And that helped. Because I got sore because I'd be like this. So I tried to always walk straight up so that I wouldn't get that pull on my stomach from a surgery and being scrunched up. And I had a lot of people help me when I got back home, but it was hard to let people help me because I felt fine. So I felt guilty accepting help, which is something I needed to do because I had children, and I couldn't do it all like a normal stay-at-home mom. But I did accept, and I'm very grateful, but I did really struggle with that. Week 4, the small bandages fell off, finally, but that was a weird feeling because it was like entering a new stage of recovery for me. And finally, the kidney started working for my friend 100%. So she was in the hospital longer than me. They had to reopen her too, and just all of these things. And it finally started working, and she's doing very well. And so I am so grateful. Week 5 was just another week. Week 6, I helped my bigger bandage fall off because I was kind of tired of it being on, and I was like, it's never going to come up on its own. So I just took matters into my own hands. Recovery is 6 to 8 weeks, so I figured it was fine. I also took off a wrap around me. I put it on at night sometimes or during the day later if I was just feeling weird without it, but it's been off now for a while. 7 to 8 weeks, I had 1 to 2 tender spots. Like when I leaned back to lay in bed, I could feel a tightening in a sore spot, which it's now seems to be going away. So I'm really happy about that. I have a possible infection in my belly button. The downside to a scar so near to your belly button or a incision is it makes more crevices and I can't see inside my belly button. It's so different than how it used to be. I wish I had a before and after picture that are not overly different, but different enough that there are so many crevices and my belly doesn't look like my belly button anymore, which is not a big deal, but it's an emotional adjustment just to, you know, look at yourself differently. So I'm gonna get that infection checked out, and it doesn't like really hurt, it's just draining and a little red, so it needs to be taken care of. Also, for the most part, I'm pretty fine. I wear my pants over my belly button though, so that's, depending on the pants, that sometimes rubs on my incision and kind of hurts a little bit. And if I pick up my daughter, her foot will hit right there. So sometimes I am very cautious, like my kids are wrestling and going crazy, and so I'm like prepping my body for any blow that could happen to it. So we're just hoping that goes away in time. Like, I could wear pants like that and it not feel weird. So we are making it. It all went well and it's doable for people. I'm gonna now show you the scars, so if you are uncomfortable, stop the video now. They really aren't bad to look at. So here we go. Okay, so hopefully you can see these. There's one little incision here and one here, and if you rub on them, it feels like a bump. That's about it. And then the scar goes from here and around. Mostly you can just tell this part right here. For some reason I thought they were cutting on the other side. I don't know why. But yeah, it looks like it's healed pretty well. There are a lot more bunches around my belly button than there used to be. And this is the possible infection. I don't know if you can tell, but it's bright red. So that part isn't where they cut me, but I guess the surgery folded it weird, and I don't know. But that's it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I answered some of your thoughts. I suggest looking in to see if you're a match to donate to somebody. It's doable and hasn't changed my life much at all. So, but I changed someone else's life. So, have a great day. Bye.